Right then peeps, wobbly video time because I've got it in my hand. Right, apologies because I got so engrossed with this I forgot I hadn't really done much of the build video. So, looking around this side, the front is on. We've got the resin, it's still kind of, it's not fitted properly yet, but we've got the radiator in the front. And that's all in with fitted with all the fans. Fans in the roof, both for the 140s and the 120 in the back. Power supply in the bottom. We've got the carbon in the bottom. In fact, if I do this quickly, you can see the carbon in the floor. Now, not being funny, it is a small thing, but I think the fact that just this area here, where it's just covered up and it just makes the floor look a lot tidier. I'm actually now considering putting a bit of alley over this bit as well, but we'll see. So yeah, just come across here and then come down. I may do that at a later date because I can just slide that in, so that's not too much of a problem. I have to admit I was a bit worried at first that I was being a bit lazy by leaving the radiator and the power supply black, but now I'm starting to get this thing together with the black board and the black fans. I've got to admit, I'm actually really liking it. Kind of giving it a bit of a stealthy look inside. And one thing that you've got to kind of bear in mind, which you can't really see yet, is I am going to be putting a lot of lights in this. Because I've got some of the Bit Phoenix LED strips. So there's going to be white light in there, and obviously you're going to be able to see the blue lights on the outside. So obviously the blue lights on the LEDs, but yeah, I'm really starting to really feel this rig a bit more, to the point where I think that the GTX 580 Super Overclock blue PCB may spoil it a bit yet, so I may change that, but I don't know until I start getting bits in there, because I've got another couple of 580s that I can pick from, because I'm one of the rare people that can actually say that. Don't you laugh. Right, hose and everything, I've used Bits Power fittings throughout. This is Tygon hose, and to me, from here, this hose looks awesome. And I don't mean the actual hose itself, but I mean the way it's kind of looped and everything in there, and the fact that this hose is so shiny. Yeah, I really like it. This barb here, the whole idea is we pull it down a bit when it's fitted, so it stays away from the fan. But also when you pull the reservoir out for filling, it will pull itself over, and this all kind of like goes in, because that's why these loops are a little bit longer. But I really like it. It just looks kind of tidy. This loop here, before you all kind of moan, I have to have it this long to be able to get from the radiator to the pump. I've tried a couple of little configs and with these kind of setups in the past, but this is the easiest way to do it. And I actually like the blue coolant, so I'm not really too fussed about this one loop. Plus it's right up the top and all out of the way, and you can see how clean the rest of the rig looks. It's not like we've got loops all over the place. I think this is working quite well. The only thing that's peeving me a bit is that the reason why I wanted to use the UD4 before was because these gold bits would have been blue on the other board, but the UD7 easily holds my 2700K at 5 GHz at lower volts because of the more power phases on the board, and the UD4 seemed to need more volts and more load line calibration and stuff to keep it stable. So I went with the UD7 just because then I've not got to crank everything up so much harder. This seems to do it with a breeze. So that was the reason why I changed the board last minute, really, to be honest with you. But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to switch the lights on and grab the camera quick and give you a look round. Obviously the roof's not on yet, and I've not done the final cable tidying or anything like that. This is still very work in progress. For any of those of you out there that start moaning about my breathing, I could really do with taking my inhaler because I'm asthmatic. But yeah, we've got the first lot of the alchemy cables in. Point the camera in the right direction. Obviously we'll have some coming off the GPU as well. I don't know what other ones I'm going to use there. I've also not decided 100%, put the camera back up where it should be, where I'm going to put the solid state drive. I honestly don't know yet. I'm really not 100%, because I was thinking on the floor here But if I put it on the floor, then I'm going to want to cover the top of it with carbon film, so it kind of blends in a bit more. But obviously I'm not going to be able to do that until I've reviewed it, because yeah, they might not like it too much. But that was the idea. Otherwise I'm going to have to put it down the side of the power supply, but then that means we're going to have cables here. And also the Bitfenix SATA cables aren't massively long, so it might be difficult to, cable tidy it up. But we'll have to see. Like I said, it's all a work in progress still. But if I put it like that, you can see I'm like I said, I'm quite happy with this at the moment. I know the video's a bit dark. I've only got one of my lights on, but yeah, I think it's all right. And let's be frank, this is the first kind of dedicated gaming system, and I mean dedicated gaming system, that I've really ever built myself, because my main rig I only use a 6870 in it, because I only need it to drive 3 screens and I don't game on that at all. So this is, yeah, it's a big step for me really, guys, to be perfectly honest with you, a big step. I've not had a rig that I've gamed on since when I stripped Heaven and Hell, which was my first proper custom system that I ever built myself. And back in those days I was playing Grid, Rainbow Six Vegas 2 I kind of got into, but that was just because I liked it on the Xbox and decided to try it with a mouse and keyboard. But yeah, so this has been a long time coming. It is a bit carnage here at the moment. Got a green tea and spearmint there on the go, and Strawberry's drinking some minging winter thing I bought, and I hated it, but he seems to love it.
No, that's a different one.
Oh, what's that one then?
Loganberry.
Really? What?
That Twinings one. It was Loganberry, strawberry and raspberry.
Oh, in the pink box?
Yeah.
The girly one?
You could say that, yeah.
I think I just have said that. Yeah, we are very much into our herbal teas, like, yes, good nerds. No, it's just because I'm on a detox kick at the moment, but anyway. So yes guys, I'm going to hang the video up here. I may pick the camera back up again when I start chucking coolant in this, but I'm going to drink my tea first. So if you don't mind, I'll be back in a bit. Right then guys and girlies, we are back, and coolant is in, although with it tipped on the side it looks like there's not a lot in there. Right, one thing I will say is my camera with the colouring, I've tried changing the white balance and stuff, but it's making it look like a really ice blue, but it's actually more of like a baby pastel blue. See, it almost looks grey there. Believe me, in the flesh it's not. I'm going to add some pictures at the end of the video just so that you can see. So make sure you stay tuned till the end of the video. But one thing I will say is, last night, talking to the guys on Facebook, I really wasn't happy with the blue on the Bitfenix cables, because if you put the blue up against it, and they're just so wildly different, it didn't work. So I got my white ones out. Yes, I do have more than one set. I've got most of the colours here, believe it or not. So I got my white ones out, which were actually meant for another rig, but because Corsair have now got their braided kits directly for the power supply, these were redundant. These weren't needed. So I've decided to put the white ones in here. And to be perfectly honest with you, with the little white flashes and the coolant, I think it's going to work out better. So I'm actually happier with these ones. I mean, much happier, especially with the amount of black in it now. I think it did need a little bit more white. But yeah, she's all bled. I'm going to stand the rig up. We've got the resin in the front now, and you can see it still needs kind of sitting in there properly. But I think you can get the idea of what I was going with the dual stripe. And these cuts were done by hand as well, so they're not the straightest thing in the world, but I'm quite happy with it. You can see the kind of theme with it. All I really need to do is pop the roof on and then start all the cabling. I obviously need to do the cables at the back, put the solid state drive in, blah blah blah. But I'm actually going to be getting on with that now, and then hopefully at the end of this video what I'll do is I'll show you it complete. But before I start putting all the operating system and the games and everything like that on. But yeah, I really do need to just crack on with this now, because it's actually, I'm itching to get this built up and finished. But it does look like that coolant's white there, or grey, but like I said, believe me, it's not. It's blue. It's just the camera doing funny things with the contrasts. But like I said, I'm going to add pictures at the end for you. There are some already on Facebook, to be perfectly honest with you. But yeah, I'm going to move on with this now. Leave this section of the video here, but like I said, it's all bled now. It's just a case of me finishing everything up in the back and getting things tidy. Still haven't decided where I'm putting the solid state drive, so it may end up on the floor for the time being, or hidden up the back. But yeah, I will, this isn't the end of the video, but I will be back very shortly, and hopefully we will have it all finished. Right then peeps, first look at the rig powered on. This is about 95% complete now, because I need to put the operating system and the games and all that kind of stuff on there. But I also need to fit the acrylic to the side panel, and then put the little, the ends of the, because I've got some ends of bolts to go on the window, so it looks like it's bolted in, but it won't, it'll be stuck in. So I've just got that to do to finish the aesthetics on the outside. But the inside is done, really. Like I said, it's just software and stuff. I need to do it now. But yes, first power on. As you can see, that my camera is making a lot of the blue look white, because the fans are quite they're very blue. But I will show you pictures at the end, as I said before. Radiator is XSPC RX240, which I've custom mounted in the front with just a standard radiator grille. Obviously whipped out all the hard drive bays. I'm still thinking, if I get my hand, I'm still thinking that along that line up there and to the front, I'm going to put another bit of alley, and then cover that in carbon, so it cleans that line up a little bit. And bearing in mind, this is literally just going to be sat in my front room for when I play my racing games. This rig's just stupid overkill, especially the amount of time I've spent on it. I've also put alley over the side plate with carbon on it, just so that it cleans that line up a bit, because obviously you have all the optical based stuff there, and I didn't like that. I did think about taking it right the way down, but then this wouldn't have really worked, because that would have stopped, and then that would have carried on, and I'd have had to have made a mount to have fixed it to the bottom. And I actually like showing off the way the radiator is completely suspended. I think personally that the rad and the PSU and everything all kind of works in with it now. I think it might have been too much white, to the point where I would have had to have gone massively white with everything, so taking bits off and painting it just to have made it look right. So that, I think, kind of looks semi-sensible at the moment. Obviously got the Gigabyte GTX 580 super overclock in there at the moment, which we will obviously be benching with the CPU at 5 gig, but again, massive overkill. But it's if I end up playing the games in 3D, then it will give me the horses that I'll need to be able to do it. 2700K CPU, as you know, which is overclocked to 5G. Corsair low profile Vengeance RAM. Yeah, I've got to admit, I'm really liking the way it's looking. I know you've seen it all before. There is still a bit of air in the system, as you can hear, or if you can hear, but the blue, that it does look really nice, and I'm quite impressed with quite how little of that hose that you can see. When the door goes on, you're not going to see a lot of it at all, to be perfectly honest with you, which is a shame in one sense, but it's better in another. I was also considering putting lights in there. I'm going to wait until it's dark, which we'll cover the the nighttime videos later on, because of the logo will light up. I've not actually put that bit in yet, but I'm waiting until it's really dark so I can get the positioning of the LED right, and then I'm going to work out whether I want to put lights inside, because I think that this is going to have a nice kind of blue glow in the inside, and putting lights in there may spoil it. But we'll see, but I need to wait for it to be pitch black for me to start putting stuff in there and seeing whether I like the way it looks or not. But for now, that's it. And I can't believe that I've got yet another Shinobi rig, to be perfectly honest with you, because I've still got my black Shinobi on my desk, and in the next video I may put them side by side so that you can have a look, because I've done this near enough exactly the same layout with my other rig, and the RX240 is cooling my 990X, which is soon to be getting replaced to a 3960X and a whole new build. Excuse me, but I wanted to get the gaming rig done first, so I can start playing racing games with my friends in the evenings, and kind of get involved into the social aspect of PC ownership again, because it's been such a long time. I've just been building them for everybody else, or making all you guys videos, that I've kind of lost stroke forgotten the fun that can be had with them and the social aspect that can come into it as well. But yes, for the time being, this is going to be the end of this portion of the NurburgRig video. Like I said, obviously there is going to be more, going to be having it, get it all set up, get it benched. I just don't know whether that's going to be within the next week or fortnight. It really depends on how I get on with reviews that I've got to do. And also I need to start working on the second place system, because I've got to mod that as well. So yeah, we will see how we get on, but please let me know what you think, because it does mean a lot to me that you guys not necessarily like it, but pass your judgment on it. So yeah, would you have gone to all this effort for what is basically a £60 Bitfenix Shinobi case, and I've kind of shoehorned in all those bits? I'm really happy with it, and I hope it kind of shows you that with a bit of time and a bit of effort, I know I've got expensive bits in there, but I've not really spent a lot of money doing the case, so you could use whatever bits that you wanted. You can make a basic case like this. It doesn't necessarily cost a lot, very unique, and customise it so it's, you know, your own, rather than just chucking a rig in there. But yeah, I'm going to sign off with this one now, guys, because I really want to get the operating system on it and stuff, and start tweaking and playing. And yeah, a big grin on my face. I hope you can hear it. But for now, at least, this is Tiny Tom Logan with another video for you. Out.